going on, Burban lifers? That's the feeling you get when the baby's finally down and you get to go come play in the garage. I wanted to bring him out here. However, I am drilling through metal and I have a history with metal going right into my eye. So I want to be OSHA approved safe and make sure that no metal goes into Cheech's eye. So also we spent a little time at the beach and the sun and the water just beats him up. So he's down, Mama Bear's working late, and we are back for a impromptu video. I kind of always wanted to do this at a burb. However, I wasn't really planning on doing it this early on until I saw a video from Jimmy over at One Road YouTube channel. Go check that out. Go check out his channel. Amazing videography, amazing mods that he has done on his two Suburbans. So Burban lifers, let's jump right into it. And yes, I had to rock my Patriots gear, especially after that Brady roast on Netflix. Phenomenal roast. Anyway, tonight we're gonna be installing, or at least starting to install, rock lights. Now, probably a lot of controversy on these, on where to put them, how to put them, what color to put. I want function. I want form and function over anything else. I'm not really going for looks, although as we know, we can't lie. We're always going for looks, right? So if we're out on trail and we pull up to a camp spot, I want to be able to turn on some rock lights so I can kind of light up the ground. And that's exactly why I got these. And that's the reason why I mentioned Jimmy over at One Road, because he just installed these on his Suburban and it gave me an idea to do the same thing. I always kind of had it on the list, but it was like further down. However, these were on sale at Amazon. So full disclosure, I paid full price for these. So I can give you my unbiased opinion, unbiased review. So, and if you haven't checked out that video over at One Road of Jimmy installing rock lights, go check it out. He actually figured everything out for me, which is the beautiful thing about YouTube. I watched his video. He mounted the lights the first time and decided he's gonna mount them in a different location the second time. And I'm pretty much gonna mirror because I like the way it casts light around the truck. The truck isn't this huge lifted show truck. It's meant to be used for camping. All right, so these are diodynamic rock lights. I think they're predominantly used as rock lights, and they come with wiring, they come with screws, and they also come with bracketry. Actually, no, I lie, I take that back. The brackets I actually had these left over from another project in the house when we moved in, and I'm gonna mount them in a way where it's gonna cast a perfect light where I want it. And I got a little carried away because I was so excited. I already wired the harness that the rock lights came with, one of these connectors, which please in the comments below, let me know what the name of this connector is. This one right here. I can't think of the name. That's the new and approved one. I don't know what the name of this connector is. Drop a comment down below. And then these are for the 4 rock lights. So I kind of already pre-wired it so that this goes right to one of the slots in the trigger controller. This is also a switched, so I have the switch here. I'll probably just always keep it on high because I'm mainly going to be controlling the lights via the trigger controller switches in the cab of the truck or Bluetooth via my phone. So I have to modify these brackets. I got to drill some holes. So I'm going to throw you guys up on the good old GoPro. As you can see, I already actually, was it this one? Maybe this one. I already drilled out one. And I was like, wait, I gotta record for my Burban lifers. So I get so excited to start new projects. I just like dive right into it and I completely forget that I kind of want to record this stuff because it could be some useful tips and tricks along the way that I discover and I can share on to you all. So, all right, let's get into it. Wow, so the new GoPro Hero 12 has voice activation, voice, kind of like Siri on the iPhone. And I just have to say, hey GoPro, yada, 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 yada. These are the brackets that I'm gonna mount like so. And then I'm gonna basically, when I get them up underneath the truck where I have them located, I'm gonna bend these to the right angle. That way they're shedding light where it's supposed to be. So the problem is I had to drill out, I believe it was this one, yeah. I had to drill out on the top hole. Actually, I might even do, should I do the bottom hole? I had to drill out that way. That should be good. That way you can accept the bolt. So let's finish out these. And this thing gets brutally hot. Boom, boom. Whoa. Safety first, people. Safety first. I always call the nuts bolts and the bolts nuts. Boom. Perfect. Now, the other thing I'm realizing is that I might have to drill holes on the particular area of the frame, because where I want to mount them, which is basically on the frame, or the frame mounts for the body, I might have to drill holes to get these high enough so that all you see, you don't see the actual bulb or the LEDs, you just see a cast of light. So okay, these are incredible. Diode Dynamics, I only use their aftermarket lights, whether it's fog lights, whether it's light bars. I got fog lights on my wife's RAV4. The way these are built, they're just made to work. And by the way, I got a light bar that worked for about 3 years straight, no issues. Water condensation. I sent a little video, a photo, and they sent out a new one, no questions asked. After 3 years, it was incredible. They used some sort of like clear silicone, I think, to just waterproof everything. So amazing. But I had to take the cover out. You can see the cover has a nice seal to put the bolt through and then mount it up. So take these out. Oh my god, it's freaking cooled off, huh?
Woo, finally. Still kind of like muggy though.
You hear the June bugs already?
Like summer bugs. Mwah!
Wait, over.
Yeah, like, thank you.
100% on freaking safe.
I know, seriously. Close that shit.
Hey, we're recording. Mama's home. Mama's home. Watch this. Hey, GoPro, stop recording. Alright, so this is the idea. Put the Allen bolt through the middle after you take the cover off, and then a little rubber grommet, and then you just have a 90 degree. So the idea would be, obviously I can mount it like this, or like, say this is the frame going down, this is the ground, this could be the ground, this is the frame. I can mount it like this, and then I can bend it up, try to find somewhere. I'll show you guys under the car, make more sense. One. Alright, so now we're gonna go outside. I'm gonna show you where I plan to mount them. Hopefully, this works. Hey GoPro, stop recording. Alright, so I just wanted to do a quick test with the lights, and as you can see, I have the trigger controller. Now, the beautiful thing about the trigger controller is I can control, boom, lights from here. So I got my ditch lights, but I can also record it on my phone. Do the clock lights, boom. I think I'm just gonna keep them on high. There's a switch down there that you can go low to high. You can see I got my ditch lights shooting up to the sky. Oh my god, it's so bright. I can just control everything through my phone, which is sick. Alright, cool. I just wanted to give it a test run, so now I'm just gonna wire it all up. Trigger controller, shout out. Another thing I paid full price for, so I'm gonna give you my full honest opinion. Okay, my thought process was kind of mount it somewhere like this on the body mount portion and just kind of bend it up. However, I really don't want to see any light. I just want it to kind of cascade a light down. So if you come over here and look like so, there's actually a threaded bolt, which I think this went to, oh my gosh, there's two. That would be perfect. And I think I'm gonna go that route first. I think this held the steps, the steppers, the fake rock sliders. I think these are what these bolts are for. And that would be ideal if I can find that bolt and that thread. Because then I don't have to drill any holes, and I'm almost pretty sure that they're identical on the other side. I'm just gonna keep that like that for now. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm gonna finish wiring tomorrow, but I just want to get them mounted. Look at how clean that looks. I didn't have to drill any holes. I used pre-existing factory bolts and threaded holes. Amazing. And I think it's gonna look really good. The light's gonna look really good because you're not gonna be able to see the light bulb or the LEDs itself. All right, I'm gonna bolt up the other side. Tomorrow I'll finish wiring. Alright, so as much as I really wanted to reuse these pre-threaded bolt holes that the truck already came with, I'm dealing with some lines. And it's only on the passenger side. What side are we on? Yeah, it's only on the passenger side. So what I decided to do was just mount the rock lights right there, and I think that's going to cascade a nice light. You got one on that side and then one on that side, and I did the same thing. Let's see if I can slide over and show you guys. Yeah, boom. This side would have worked perfect because there's bolt holes, and you can see there's the other one. So I think it's going to cascade the perfect amount of light, what I need. I'm kind of bummed out because it would have been an awesome install if I was able to reuse those threaded. However, I think this is gonna shine a better light down underneath the truck and then kind of out when you step out of the door, rather than have it back here in this area. But it's too bad these lines are here because that would have worked perfect. And I just reused, if I get in here, there's already two holes that lined up perfect, and I just used some bolts and washers. So I'm going to get all of this. You can see the two wires. I'm going to get this all wired to the front on each side to the trigger controller. Stay tuned. I'll touch base with you guys when it's all wired up. All right, good Saturday morning, Burban lifers. It's a new day. Got everything wired up finally. Worked late last night. Just wanted to do a clean job. Rate this wiring job 1 through 10. What does everybody think? All you professional mechanics out there, electricians. Basically, all my aftermarket components, all the aftermarket wiring kind of runs with the factory wiring right behind the engine bay. And so far, I mean, I know it gets hot, but so far we haven't had any issues. So I kind of just used it as a highway to run all my aftermarket wiring. Comes down here, shoots right down there by the fender well, kind of following a factory wire harness. And then, boom, you got your lights. It's pretty clean. Let's see if I can flip this over for you guys. Boom. And it pretty much goes along the driver's side fender well. Shoots right down there. And then here's a switch. I can control the lights, whether it be high mode or low mode. And then boom, got your other two lights. I actually tested them out last night just on the driver's side, and they are really bright. I'm kind of excited to test them out now with all four, so stay tuned for the reveal. Well, I can officially add rock lights to the trigger controller. And the beautiful thing is, as I add labels, I could just take this off because it's magnetic and pop it back on. It makes it a little bit easier. All right, real quick tip for when adding labels to your rocker switches. It's X-Acto knife. Doesn't have to be Ryobi, but you all know how I feel about Ryobi, okay? You get your labels with an X-Acto knife. This allows you to basically center it perfectly, because the majority of the time, your fingers, my fingers at least, are gonna be oily. Whoa, don't fall, don't fall. Come here, you. The majority of the time, your fingers are gonna be oily. So with an X-Acto knife, you can kind of center it. Boom. I know you didn't see that, but you're able to kind of drop it. There's like a little rectangular square indentation for the labels. I don't know if you can see that. But it literally, with the X-Acto knife, you just drop it right into place, like so. Quick tip. Throw the rock lights on, because I don't think I showed you guys the rock lights. So let me shut the rock lights. I don't think I gave you guys a final reveal of the rock lights, but when we're on trail at night, this is gonna really shine. It's really gonna shine the trail. Holy cow, look at it is so hot right now and muggy. Jeez. I don't know about you guys, but the Burb looks like a stealth bomber. Those rock lights look so good. Let's throw the, shut these off. See the rock lights.